Good morning and welcome to his weekly recap. So I'm sat in my office, as it always is, probably 6 hours a week when I'm with Littlelands football. I always end up doing my quoting, which I've just been to this morning, but with my other son. He only trains once a week, so I'm happy to go watch him, every so often or whatever, whenever I've got free time. So yeah, I've just been quoting again this morning, just sending a couple of quotes off. And then just editing a few videos. So I'm back home now. They're going to make their sandwiches. So I'm going to give you all a recap of this week and what we've done. So obviously you've seen we are in Berwick and Helmet. We'll be there for another couple of weeks, I imagine. But what a week of progress. That Monday, putting the footing in, still like that big pile we're in middle. That's to go behind wall later. And like bringing stuff in, it just feels so good. After taking 100 ton out, plus a grab wagon worth of Indian stone, it's just so good putting stuff back in. But then the blocks came on that Monday, wrong blocks, brilliant. If you go back, you'll see how frustrated I was. I'm calm now, I'm fine. But yeah, the blocks finally come on the Tuesday. I was trying to help him out, so because it's such a journey for him, I was like, right, get me a full wagon, blocks, sand, cement, whatever you can throw on it. You get a full wagon. They earn about 35% in profit after delivering it, so I was like, it's a lot of money in it for them. So full wagon me up. Yeah, so gets there. Eventually the blocks come. We start laying the blocks, and I started over by the Indian stone side, so to the left-hand side, and worked my way across, just so the lads can prep for the Indian stone and lay and stuff. So Tom and Tyler started laying Indian stone as well, and even that, it just feels good. That corner just feels really, really good. But Thursday it rained, so Wednesday and Friday laying the full length of the 12 metres. We've laid that, and Friday, just looking back at it, we need to put one more course on, and it's mint. Honestly, I thought it were either going to be, we always quote between 1 metre and 1.4, any higher, any lower, we'll take some off, any higher, we'll add some on. It's just how it is. Anyway, it's turned out at 1.1. Somewhere around there, which is really, really good. It's not overpowering. They can lean against it, they can put the beer on top of it, and it's just, you're not like in a deep end of a swimming pool, if you like, so I'm really pleased with it. We have put loads of drain holes across the bottom, one every 1.5 2 meters, and then we've put some on a third layer as well, and they're like 1 every 2 meters, so they're like staggered, if you like, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's 6 meters in. We've built 2 separate walls, expansion gap, so we're all covered. And it's water off the park as well. Like behind them, it's not just someone's house or like that. It's like a full field worth falling towards them, really. Not a steep one, but gradual fall towards them. So we've got to just overkill it. Overkill. In Friday's video, you may have seen it was just me and Tyler. Tom's climbing, what's it called? Ben Nevis. Absolute mental. So it's raining here today. This is Saturday today, by the way, when I'm recording this. It's raining today. It's raining all up in Scotland. And yeah, him and his mate's a chef, and this is the first weekend he's had. It's like a bit of a la carte Jamie Oliver sort of chef. So it's the first weekend he's off, so he's like, right, this is what we're doing. Bang, just gone. I said to Tyler, something's going to go wrong here. This were only sorted out on like Wednesday night. They've gone on Friday. They've forgotten the pegs for the tent. So he was like, what am I going to do? So he went in car, and he's found a lot of pens, and he's found some of these. I've actually got some here. Hang on a minute. woodwork timber pens. We've got about 600 of these. You know, pencils and stuff. He's found, you know, them other pencils. Let's have a look. I haven't got any in here. Them other pencils where you click them and lead just comes out. Like more of a joiner's pencil. He's found 3 of them in his car and he's just pegged them all up. And then nobody were on site, so he went around just pinching one peg off of each tent, so it doesn't make a difference. I've got some pegs now. But yeah, I said something we're going to mess up, and I was right. But I hope he's having fun. I hope he's safe, because it is like between -3 and 5 degrees up at the top, and it's raining. So surely that's just snow, isn't it? So anyway, at least they're not doing it in flip-flops, are they, and shorts. So, but yeah, it was me and Tyler, because Tom went up there. You may have noticed, don't know why he wore this hoodie, but you may have noticed he had a Moncler hoodie on, which I was a bit like, what are you wearing that for? You know what I mean? But we're talking now, and we are ordering some uniform. I'm sending final logo. Tell them I'm happy with logo and all this, and t-shirts. T-shirts are mint. I don't know who makes them t-shirts, but they are mint t-shirts. It was a customer from before, and his mate makes them just on side, I think. But yeah, they're really good quality. Hoodies are thick. I wear jumpers, I don't wear hoodies, and they're thick, and they're still good quality. So we're gonna get Tyler some. Normally get like 3 or 4 t-shirts, and like 2 hoodies or 2 jumpers, whichever he wants. But yeah, that's in the talks, because I can imagine the amount of comments I'm going to get on that. Like, why is he wearing that? You know what I mean? But when you set someone on, you're not going to throw 300 quid at him. And then I'm like, right, go. But he's got on my uniform. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to happen. So, yeah, he's doing all right. So we're going to get him some uniform. Next one, I'm reading this out of a book, because sometimes I either just waffle on and go that way, and then I've told you everything all at the start of the video, or I'll forget what I've done, and then I'll get in the house and I'll go, I need to say that. Next thing is, I am 39 years old, 40 in August. Looking forward to that. Well, I am looking forward to that, because I'll be in Spain, so yeah, it's fine. But 40 in August, you know my back's gone. This week's been aching doing that wall. I've joined the gym. I've joined Ballantyne Gym, which is Cookridge or Kirkstall. I've got to flip between them both, whichever. So it's a bit of a wake-up call for me, because in your head, you're 21, you go and lift this, you go do that, you show somebody, either Tyler or Tom, they're like, oh, this, and I go, come here, and you do it like rugby, and then you're chuffing dying, aren't you? So what happened with my back, what? Wear and tear, and none of us look after ourselves in this trade, because it's Garden Revamps is my baby, and I want to earn as much money as I can. I'm not about as fast as I can anymore. I'm more about needs to be right, done. You know what I mean? But wear and tear, done it since I was 16, worked with my uncle. Then I went fencing just before I was 30, and then I went on my own. So fencing, I had it quite easy at Palmer's. I were on tractors. And then when it was wet, doing football fields and golf courses and whatever, I went on and helped people planting. But I were always one week drawing, walking about, so I had it fairly easy really. Went fencing, that's hard. Especially when you're on paid by the meter, by the product, whatever you're doing, cost. So you do it fast, and that is hard. Looking back at that, I bet I couldn't do it now. I bet I struggle now. But it's just wear and tear on your body. Then you go and work for yourself, which is your baby, so you do twice as much. You do it hard, you know what I mean? But what's happened is my spine is bent at the bottom, and it's like that, really sharp, and my hips are twisted forward. This is through bending over and pushing wrong, rather than bending down, bending your legs and having a straight back and then doing it. Can't do it, gives a lift. Do you know what I mean? You don't do that, do you? Too proud. So yeah, I've been going to chiropractor twice a week. £45 for 15 minutes. Joke. But it's worked. It's worked. I'm allowed to go back to the gym. I'm not allowed to lift weights where I'm not fixed. So don't touch dumbbells, don't touch bench press, all like that. So I've got to use machines just so your back's always against you, or if you're using your back, something's pushed against you and you're not. There's just no swing, no twist, no swing. Can't do pull-ups because you swing. Can't do this, can't do that. Can go on the treadmill, even though I do like 15,000 steps a day. I can go on the treadmill, but I can't run. Now the other day I run. I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go, and I didn't run. I did a jog, you know, next to this guy who had flat out. I looked a bit amateur, if you like, and I was all right. So next week I'm going to go have a word with him. I'm only having it once next week, so I'm going to have a word with Nico and see how I am, see if I can push it, because Frankie's team in Manchester, we had a lads versus dads. Dads won 15-9. Don't know how. Everyone's like hanging and aching like hell and whatever, but I didn't play. I got so much crap. I was stood without mums watching our dads play. Bit weird. But yeah, from this has been a wake-up call, and I imagine it's like when you're older and you have a stroke, you think you're fine and you're like, oh really, I gotta stop now. So my focus now is just investing in myself. So the gym's an investment, Nico's an investment. I'm gonna keep going once I'm cured, once I'm better, once your back's always there in it, but I'm only gonna go once a month eventually, and then that is gonna be like maintenance, like twisting, turning, pulling. It's not all cracking and pulling, it's an intense massage, that's all I say it is. But yeah, invest in yourself. So what I am doing is I am currently in talks with a guy about a course. He's a business mentor, set up a course, but he's done it himself. And he's set up a business in Edinburgh, and he sold it for £2.5 million. So he's doing the courses now and earning off the courses, and he's got his life and and he's doing that. But basically I'm doing it for a bit of knowledge, because I know this side of it, but like my accountant who we're working for now, they run like my finances side, but I want to know about it and what I can do, and rather than go them, they do advise me, and they do say you need to go spend some VAT, or you need to do this, whatever. But yeah, I'm doing it basically to expand, to have more lads, to have vans. But I want good lads, I want good vans. That's what I don't want, like my van for 40 grand. I want another one of them, you know what I mean? I'm not buying vans for £4 because in 4 months' time they blow up like all my other vans did. So I want to aim to get 3 days out, 2 days in like an office, whatever I do. But yeah, I'm doing it for me, for my back. I'm doing it. Might not be up here, like I might be a bit stressed, but yeah, I've got a few people who I can talk to, I've got in mind, who can give me advice on that side. Like, you understand the bollocking side, this side, but it's always full on and going, whatever, shouting or whatever, but doing it right, you know, like a business, like my baby. So yeah, so I'm looking at doing that. I won't be doing that for another month though yet, signing on to that, I don't think. I need to focus on paying on my bloody villa for my holiday, which is a lot. But yeah, that's where we are going next, I think. I just wonder how I'm going to film. Like, would it be a film like this is all us on site, and 80% of the time it is me working, unless the camera is set back. I'm not standing still filming Tom. If the camera's set back, we're all working, but you find that the camera's focused on me. But I don't know how I'll film. unless everybody wants to see what we do, going for a drive, we'll have a chat. I'm in office, I'll be speaking, I'm quoting or whatever. Never send any details out to you guys, but it'll be what just all about it, because I still want to do this. I enjoy this. So, but yes, going back to this week, it has been a success this week, apart from the rain. But like, we went in on Thursday, it was raining on Thursday like it is now. I don't know if you can hear this. It was raining on Thursday. Stood in conservatory, it sounded horrendous, but then you go outside and it's just nice, you know what I mean? It's a conservatory roof that just exaggerates everything. But then we got to site, it was peeing it down all the way, and I'm just like, we might be here an hour, we might be here 2 or 3 hours, who knows. But we ended up getting the footing in. Tom laid a few flags, Tyler were doing mixing, and then mixing for me, and then, you know, and it worked. And I think we ended up leaving at 2:30, so we got there at like 10:30 till 2:30. You know what I mean? Pretty good. But yes, this is a second video on this. I'm hoping to do more. Last weekend we were busy with football and whatnot, so I never got a chance to do it. But this weekend it is chilled. It's chilled. So tonight I am going on one of the lads' birthday nights out. So I was thinking, we're all off to town, to Leeds Centre, or York or Harrogate or whatever. Nah, going to Working Men's, so I'm loving it. It's well cheap. We can get a pint of San Miguel, a gin and tonic, and kids' fit drink, which is just cordial water, and then we can get, no, all that is under a tenner. But if we've got crisps 3 times, then it's like just short of 13 quid. Go to town, that's your gin in it, 13 quid, something like that. Gin and tonic and a pint, 15 quid. So I'm happy with Working Men's. But yes, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me waffle on. And I'll see you next Sunday.